So we're in Brighton today, having a look at a few of the events.
Oh, hold
Brighton
on.
Fringe. Oh no, the light.
That's where the light is. Okay,
Oh,
don't worry.
I can't see.
Yeah, no, I can see either. Yeah, we're going to see what's on at the Fringe
Festival.
Festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the show is about mental health, in particular men, because the suicide rate is ridiculous. And as I say in the show, if you're a man between 20 and 49 in the UK, you're more likely to die of suicide than anything else. Which every time I say it, I can't really understand how that's possible.
I never knew that.
No, neither.
And it's shocking. And so the whole point of Say Something is, if you're a man, you should say something. And we're all bombarded with so much information, with everyone telling us everything. But the point of the show is that most of it is meaningless and pointless, and we don't know what we're talking about. People are pretending to be intelligent. People are pretending to have an opinion. But the actual issue here is, you should actually, if you do have a problem, you should say something, start a dialogue, put your phone down and actually deal with the problem. And also, as I say in the show, I think men keep stuff in their head, they're a bit more, they make a snap decision, they're unhappy, bang, they end their life. Whereas if they just started a conversation, it would make things so much easier for them because they would try and fix it.
And the themes you've chosen, is there like a process before you start creating your performance? Like, is there a process you go through, like picking out the themes and how to link them all together?
What I found was something weird must have been going in my subconscious, because I usually do 15-20 minute spots. So when I put the show together, when I put all the material out, I realised, oh, that's the same theme, that's the same thing. Linked. And I didn't even, that was written 3 months before that was written, but it links together. So clearly something was going on in my head subconsciously. I'm interested in that subject. So the anxiety stuff and the maleness stuff and the people, social media stuff, it all kind of linked together. So the show kind of, when I put all the material down, I was like, oh, this is clearly something about it. And then when I read that fact in the paper, I was like, I had to read it 2 or 3 times, like, that can't be right, can it? It is a shocking stat. So then that's when the show and my friend wrote the song, it all kind of came together.
Is it quite psychologically based as well? Is that just a couple of hints in your show made you think, oh, he's got some knowledge of...
Well, I do therapy, which I never thought I would, because I'm the most cynical, sarcastic person in the world. And any of that hippie stuff, I think, oh yeah, what are we going to do? Light a candle and I suddenly feel alright. But people in my life started doing it, and I noticed immediately a change in them. So I went along, I thought, right, I'm going to give this 3 times, I will pay for help. And by the second one I was like, actually yes, I can, just talking to someone who knows what questions to ask, and you suddenly stuff in your past, you go, oh, that's why I did that, or that makes sense now. And it's just, yeah, so that kind of is linked in as well, that men don't talk about stuff, basically.
Well, we found it very funny. Some bits I felt, like the obesity part of it in particular. I think at one point I don't know, I felt like you might have noticed me sort of.
Your eyes were like.
Ooh.
That is my favourite bit.
I thought, especially when you mentioned about it at the end, about people thinking that might have been a bit harsh. That made it even funnier for me. At first, I was like, oh, that's quite a risky topic to be
I do think
chatting
quite a lot
about,
of people
but I
think about that though and just don't say it.
Like you say something. I actually found it really interesting with what you said about people just talking about things, and actually you were just completely honest throughout the entire thing.
Yes.
So even you saying about going to therapy and learning how to talk about things more, even on the comical side, you've actually brought out stuff that people were probably a bit scared to talk about. Yeah. Like a lot of people wouldn't openly talk about fat kids as truthfully as I think you did.
I've been told by people to drop that bit, but I love that bit because of that very reason. In that when I thought, my initial thought was, well, just as when you talk to your friends, you talk differently. You kind of go, well, it's just because fat kids are easier, aren't they? You'd have to do less with them. And I immediately thought, that's a comedy premise. And it made me worried and nervous, and I liked that it made me worry and nervous. So the first time I did it, half the room instantly hated me, and the other half loved it. And I thought, there's something here, I have to go with this, because if they love it that much, and like you've referenced it, whenever I do it, someone in the audience will come up to me afterwards and reference it. And I think I've hit something there. Some people just switch off, I think, because they hear fat kids. And that's why I deliberately only say fat kids once. And why I deliberately...
You say obesity.
I say obese, and
Yeah.
at the beginning I do the thing about 10% children are medically obese. So it's not like a physical thing, I'm not fat shaming, it's they're
No,
medically
you're
obese.
saying...
And then hopefully the thing at the end with the tortoise thing is like, well, they're going to die younger because of this. And if you're an adult, that's fair enough, it's your life. If it's a child, they're under the care of someone. They're not choosing to eat all that food, you're letting them eat all that food. You're letting them not exercise. To me, there's kind of a sense of responsibility.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but it is a...
I think though, what I kept thinking was a lot of comedians, a lot of the best comedians in the world, or even say like actors like Jim Carrey, he's one of my favourites, I absolutely love him. He has various sort of mental health problems going on, and I think a lot of comedians have admittedly said about having mental health struggles, and I think they're usually better as comedians because they talk about more truthful stuff. It's their way of the comedy element on really serious topics. Like you were talking about obesity in children, that they're more likely to die younger, but you've caught people's attention by being so harsh about it.
Yes.
and making it really funny. But it's actually, like you said, you're talking about suicide and about really, really serious topics, but by putting the comedy element on it, it's more intriguing.
Yeah.
And I think that's
I would say stuff on stage I would never say it live, and that's, to me, that's part of it. But also the kind of the mental thing. I think, having done comedy for a while, in order to go up there, you have to have something that happened in the past. You're after something, so you're after the love of an audience essentially. And so most comics have got that awareness, and that's why I love comedians. They're fragile, and they look at the world a bit differently. It's like a toddler. They go, well, why do we do this? We always do this, but why do we do this? And that's why I love, and also if you can make a point, it's always better if you can do a joke that has a point to it. That's so much better to me. So,
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was great.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm at Dave Bailey Comic, and I am Dave Bailey Comedian on Facebook.
Go add him up.
I don't have a website because
Doesn't
who
need one.
has websites?
It's all social media.
So yeah, I'm also a hypocrite because, as I say, the show's about social media, but I'm on it because you have to be. So yeah.
Otherwise, do you
You're
exist?
losing out on life.
Yeah, otherwise I would. Especially as a performer, if you're not on social media, then good luck.
Well, thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out his Facebook site.
See ya.
Bye.